And on today's show, we're joined by my good friend Martyn Jones, where we talk about life, family, and what it means to him to be healthy and happy. Hi, and welcome to This Upbeat Life, the show where we take a light-hearted look at life, what makes us tick, and explore what makes people happy. I'm Simon JJ Green, and I'll be interviewing ordinary people from all walks of life, as well as looking at the latest in wellness, health science, nature, and the quirkier side of the health and well-being industry. Now, please remember that the information and opinions shared on this podcast are for general knowledge and informational purposes only, and do not constitute medical advice. Now, let's get on with today's episode. Martyn.
Hello, Simon.
Thank you so much for coming and agreeing to be on my podcast. This is This Upbeat Life. Today I've got Martyn with me. Just so everybody knows, Martyn and myself have been friends for quite a while. And Martyn has agreed to be interviewed, grilled.
Yes, that is the word, I feel.
That's good. So he's a little
My arm's been twisted.
with beer. So let's just, we'll just start with the basics.
Okay.
Right, just introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Martyn Jones.
Yeah.
I'm 65. I will be a pensioner in but a few months' time in November, which is a really strange thing.
A pensioner?
Say.
Is that a free
Yes.
bus pass?
That's the free bus pass. Yes.
Have you ever
I know,
taken
you're
a bus?
supposed to say, Simon, no, surely not. Surely
I'm sorry,
But
sorry.
you didn't say that.
I don't know.
So.
I was actually going to say something along the lines of,
I thought you were a long time ago. You know,
yeah. I can't believe that you're older than I am, actually. So I know what I meant to say. Do you ever take the bus?
Do
do?
take the bus.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
I am a
So your
bus traveller.
your free
yes.
bus pass will be
Be very,
useful.
very useful. Yes,
okay.
indeed.
How much is a bus nowadays?
It tends to be around £3.
So I know that you've retired.
Yes.
And you used to work at the British Library.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what did you do in the British Library?
I used to conserve and restore items. Old items could be manuscripts, books, records, all sorts of different things that we used to restore. And then I used to manage teams that would do that sort of thing.
Oh.
Stamps, those sorts of things.
Was there anything exciting that you ever came across?
Lots of different items.
Mein Kampf?
I've done did Beethoven originals, Schubert originals.
Oh, wow.
Mary Queen of Scots letters.
Good Lord.
Loads of different things. There were some wonderfully interesting things. Charge of the Light Brigade, after it all finished, a lady going along, she picked up some flowers that were there and put them and wrote a little letter, bundled it all together. And the flowers had decayed the letter. So I had to sort of prepare the letter and present the flowers and letter in a stone. That's the last thing. Yeah.
That sounds like a whole different podcast, actually. That's really interesting.
There's loads. There were some, obviously lots of mundane, but there were some lovely, interesting things.
That's really cool. Yeah. So how do you occupy yourself now that you're a retired gentleman?
I suppose when I first retired, it was quite weird. It was quite a lot. A few years ago now. I retired when I was 60. It just, the worm got in my brain that 60 was the time.
Yeah.
And then I was going to do some other things and that sort of thing. And then COVID came along. And then by the time COVID finished, I'd kind of thought not. I got a dog in between. So I love going out, walking in the forest. I've joined a couple of clubs and things. And I'm always doing stuff around the house and everything. And cooking as well. And the day just flies by.
You're
it
a
does.
chef.
I don't think that.
Got a lucid sense of the word?
But I in what I cook is far more adventurous than it ever used to be.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Things like that. I use far more flavors and everything. I've always cooked. I've never been one to cook. To open a packet and shove it in the microwave and stuff like that. I've always cooked from fresh, and I've just cook a bit better from fresh.
Oh, okay. I look forward to being fed one day.
Okay.
So, in terms of occupying yourself, now that you're retired, do you find that you've actually got time on your hands, or do you feel that you're even busier than you've ever been, or do you have a more structure?
I never feel I've got time on my hands. I never feel it. I just, I reckon that I've slowed down slightly.
Right.
I think that, I used to get home from work, and if I was the first in from work and Jane, my wife, were working a bit later, I would start cooking. There'd still be a meal on the table. Now there's still a meal on the table, but I've started it at 4:00 rather than at 6 o'clock and produce something. So I think in terms of that, I think there's no need to rush quite as far. A decorating job that I would do in a few days now takes far longer. So I won't put a time on it.
I've got one of those. It's 2 years in.
So I always feel that there's always another day. Tomorrow.
This is one of my favourite questions to ask from people of my age. Is what are the sort of things that stress you out and push your buttons?
Oh,
have you got a list, or are you actually quite chill?
Not really. I've realised I don't get stressed out by things I can't do anything about.
Yeah.
So if Donald Trump's doing something crazy in America, I can't do anything about that. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
I get things that do stress me out. I think I'm still, if I'm in a crowd of people and I don't know anyone or something like that, I'm very, very hard to make general chit chat and stuff. And so that is quite stressy for me. I feel that I'm on my own.
Okay.
Or another thing, I suppose, it's people that let me down.
Oh,
people, I'll be there, I'll do this, and then they don't, and I'm not there, get the blame for it, and I think actually it was that person over there, and that's I find that quite stressy.
But generally that's the sort of things that just
I think so. No, nothing too much. I think before I retired, at work, I was stressed out with deadlines and things. It sounds like a wonderful job, but managing and everything was it's hard. Again, people were saying they're supposed to do things on time and didn't, and stuff like that, letting you down and stuff, and didn't reach the deadlines. And I got very stressy. I'd come home and I'd be grinding my teeth, and the kids would be looking at me thinking, "What's he doing? What's he doing?" And it was terrible. So, I mean, the biggest thing I think since retiring is that I've just far more chilled out.
Yeah.
I just really, I've just
go with the flow.
I don't go with the flow. I mean, it used to really stress me when people would walk through the barriers at a tube station and not pay. Not pay. Just like that. And
how dare you?
And I think when I see it now, and I just think,
just let it go.
Will my fare be cheaper if they caught everyone and stuff like that? I think. No, it wouldn't.
No, it wouldn't.
And I know it's wrong.
They've got
but
shareholders.
I can't do anything about it. Yeah. So let it go.
Point.
Let it go. Let them go.
Let them go too. Yeah. So, what do you do to keep fit and healthy then?
I do lots of walking. I've got dog Fletcher. I always go out.
What sort of dog is Fletcher?
Oh, he's an Egyptian street dog, rescued from the streets of Watford.
An Egyptian? Is there a place called Watford in Egypt? Just outside.
So
Cairo.
he was run over in Egypt. He was rescued as a puppy and taken to the vets. Where he was repaired, he's patched up. He'd broken his leg, and he's sort of pushed around a bit. And then someone who rescued cats took a liking to him and brought him back over to Watford.
Oh.
And he was in this little house with all these cats getting scratched to pieces. We rescued him from there. So he was a year and a bit old, we reckon, something like that when we got him.
So you do your walking. You've got your Wednesday club, isn't
Wednesday club, we go walking on a Wednesday, just a few old fellas just wander along and putting the world to rights. And as you do, it's a bit like Michael Jackson's Thriller walking along there. I'm the youth section.
I have a picture.
I am the youth section at 65.
You're the youthful one.
Some of them are quite nice, but they're great. They're really good.
What do you call that group?
Oh, it's called the Slows, the South Loughton Old Walker Society.
South Loughton Old Walker Society.
And every Wednesday we meet up. We decide where we're going to go, and then go. So, and it's lovely. A couple of pints.
Yeah.
Put the world to rights.
Excellent.
We used to walk back, but now we get the bus.
Oh, that bus will come
yeah.
handy, yeah.
We've just been to the Isle of Wight, which was it's fantastic. We go to the Isle of Wight every year and do the same walks every year. And it's really good. It's really good. It goes to play pubs every year. But no, it's really, really good. It's great. It's a great time.
I'm doing an interview. They might listen to this.
Simon, do you ever fancy being the slow? You just let me know.
Do you know what? Do you know what? I am actually thinking about it.
It'd be good. You'll be.
I mean, we're very.
You know a few people there already, so it'd be good. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're very lucky, aren't we? Because we live in Epping Forest area, so we have the forest at our doorstep, literally. It's very good. So you're doing the walking. Are you doing any other sports?
I do table tennis on a table on a Tuesday. That's a good thing on a Tuesday. Yeah.
Where do you
just down at the Loughton Club.
Okay.
It's very good. We started off as table tennis, but it's grown into sort of a social thing as well.
Is there beer involved?
For some, but not that much actually. Not that much. Actually, not that much. No. Okay. So it's 3 hours on a Tuesday, and it's very good.
3 hours.
3 hours
of table tennis.
Well, we play darts as well, and it's a chat. We were chatting the other day, just about
sounds great.
Issues, health issues and things like that. People, there's always someone's got something, isn't there?
That's a really good point, actually. Talking about
people share these things around, so it's good.
I guess as we head into the sort of the sunset of our years. I know you're slightly ahead of me. Only just.
Not much.
Do you find that you've got a little bit more aches and pains?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah?
And knees are the things for me. Yeah. But they do go, and at the moment as you can see, I'm dancing around here and I'm actually fine. I do notice, every now and then.
Get like a sudden twinge in your knee?
Yeah, that's it, or an ache. I wake up in the morning, there's something there to go.
I mean, I believe you used to play a bit of cricket in your...
That's right, in the early days. Yeah, not much, but in the early days I used to play a bit of cricket.
Yeah, and, that was good. So that's quite a... That must take a bit of a toll as you go.
Yeah, I didn't play for that long, but that was good. It was... That was good, yeah. It wasn't too much.
What do you do for, like, relaxing? How do you relax? What's your sort of... If you're at home or if you're just wanted to have a bit of time out?
So I read a lot.
Yeah.
Music. I put some music up.
What's your musical genre?
Oh, well, it kind of stopped. I'd say the 1990s, but maybe there's a few up to the 2000s, but certainly not.
Stopped about the 1990s, yeah.
So, I started off as a kid, and it was the Beatles and Simon and Garfunkel. And Harry Nilsson for some strange reason.
Harry Nilsson.
I
only know one song here.
Oh, yeah, Without You, is it?
Yeah. Without You. That's it.
And, and Mark Bolan. But I got into
proper music.
Yeah, I got into AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, Floyd,
now we're talking.
And all those sorts of things.
That's
but
much
then
better.
I love lots of 80s bands and stuff, and still just revisit, just even like things like Duran Duran and stuff like that. I love it, there's some of their songs and stuff. And I'll listen to anything. Like that.
Well, I think as you get older, don't you? Definitely for myself, I find that I'm bored with a lot of the music I used to listen to. I can't listen to the drivel that's being trotted out now. And so for the podcast listeners, that is anybody under the age of 50 will wonder what I'm talking about. If you're over the age of 50, definitely you'll understand what I'm talking about. I do find that the music nowadays is quite hard to get into. So we're sort of...
You're sounding very old there, son.
I am very old. I am very old. Martyn, come on.
That's just what our parents used to say.
So, yeah, exactly. I know. So in terms of like stressing out your reading, the music, obviously
walking. Yeah, walking. I love walking, and I think of anything walking. I love peace, and like birds looking out here, looking into the birds and everything. And I love the nature. I love nature.
Yeah.
And I just and it's just. I think we all found, even like during COVID, that we needed to get out. We needed space. People were like moving out of the cities, and for their own health, mental health. And you've said before, we're lucky we have this forest, and I could go in there within a couple of minutes. There's no one, just no one. You just wander through the trails, wander around.
Yeah.
You might see the odd person say hello or something, and just lovely.
I think
we're put a music on, and sometimes I don't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think we're quite privileged actually to have this all around us actually, and it's so accessible as well for us. We're talking about the music that you like. Is there anything in particular, music-wise, that you think every time I love this song, or I love this singer, or I love this particular, like rock or jazz or classical, or is it because of age you've got a much broader spectrum of...
I think so. I think I'll find a band or something like just REM, for instance. I used to always be on the radio, never used to bother with them at all. Think, oh yeah, it's all right. Yeah. And then suddenly, I don't know if it's having that earbuds in and just playing the same thing. Suddenly, I just latch on to one
a bit
band
more closely. Do you?
Yeah. The words and stuff like that. Where they're just, I might have been working where I was allowed a radio on, and it's just it's background.
REM is great. Great
so it's at the moment it's REM I'm listening to, but
if you like
a while
REM,
ago it was AC/DC.
And if you like REM, you should listen to Midnight Oil. Australian band, very good.
Okay, thank you. I'll take that tip.
So, do you consider yourself an introvert or an extrovert? What do you reckon? Because you mentioned earlier.
I think there's a scale. I don't. It's really, I don't. This is called sitting on the fence, isn't it? Because I do think that. Because sometimes I can be very extrovert, but then sometimes, in a crowd there or something like that, I am totally. Because I'm down at one. I'm down at one, and other times I'm up there at
life of the party.
So I would say, that
I've been to some parties with you, and I know that you can be life of the
party. But then other times I'd say I'm down. So I do think there's a sliding scale. So I'll put myself around the 5 mark.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's put it this way then.
Because it's only hard to do.
If you were in a situation, like a social situation, for example, where you've gone to a function or whatever, and you don't know anyone, are you liable to spend the entire time sort of just in a corner having a drink, or would you?
No. I'll try and get out. And normally sport is the medium for men. I find. Well, I don't know why, but it is. It's different.
Not for me.
That you get out and and normally I pick the person that has no interest. I pick you. Pick you. No interest in sport whatsoever. But then there's the guy over there, which I should have talked to, that supports West Ham.
You're not West Ham supporter, are you? Good Lord! All right, interview terminated. No, I'm kidding.
You can't help where you're born.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. Well, I was born in Ramsgate, but I was raised to be a Leeds United supporter because back in the 70s they were the early 70s they were the team.
Wow.
So, do you feel now? Now you're you're 65. You said. Do you feel that you've got anything left to achieve? Is there anything left in your life? Like, for example, have you got a bucket list? Is there something that you want to do?
I deliberately don't have a bucket list. Deliberately don't. But there's always things, and there's things that I don't even know yet that I want to do.
Okay, that makes sense. You're still exploring.
Yeah. I think so. I do want to travel more. I don't think I've travelled. Well, I haven't travelled that far, really. Sort of extensively wise. So I'd like to do a bit more travelling, just experience a few more places. Do it whilst you're in your late 60s, and rather than when you're young and you can really enjoy it. All I don't.
You appreciate it more.
I don't want to go on the cruises, all that sort of business.
You don't want to go on cruises?
No, it's really not my cup of tea.
You're locked up with thousands of other people in a tin can.
That's right. And do nothing but eat all day.
Sounds awful.
Moves when the boat docks just move 3 yards away from the boat and say, I've been there.
I won't tell you about my cruising experience.
Or travel, I suppose. And there's lots of long distance paths that I would like to do as well, because I do love
just in England.
But there was some abroad as well. I think we'd like to. There's lots of places we'd like to go. We'd like to go to Ireland. Maybe some longer walks. Canada or something like that. I don't know. I need to explore. My wife is not retired yet, and when she does, then we'll do it.
Have you got a camper van?
No. We are one of our friends that don't have the camper van.
Well, I'm in the same boat as you. Literally.
You seem to be a sort of
no
camper van family. Yes. Yeah.
Everyone else,
maybe that could be. I don't know if it. I like the idea of a linear walk. So we start off and then we move from sort of hotel or inn to inn or something, and do a 70 or 80 mile walk or something like that.
Oh, right.
And
70 or 80 mile walk in a day?
No.
Oh, right.
No, do a say. And so you don't see the same bit twice, and you don't know what's over the next hill. That's what I always like to think. There's always something more exciting over the next hill.
That's true, actually. Yeah. I was, I don't know if you've been keeping up with the news, but have you, and this is for podcast listeners, have you been keeping abreast with this story about the salt path?
Yes.
And this lady and her husband who've written their story about travelling on the southwest coastal path. Yeah.
I haven't read it. I was going to, but for some reason they annoy me. I don't know what it is. They just think all you've done, if you've just been, I walked the southwest coast, but I didn't scream and shout about it.
Yeah.
Just walked it.
Oh, you didn't write a book about it?
It was funny. I should have done.
Surprise, Martyn.
There's quite a few people that have, actually.
Yes, exactly.
So they're not the first. And
she sold millions of copies. I think the most bizarre thing for me was to have Gillian Anderson portray her in it. I'm just thinking, really?
Yeah.
Anyway.
But she's done all right out of it.
She's done.
I know they're questioning things which she's denying.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Truth will come out.
So we were talking earlier about the forest and be able to walk around, and it's good for your mental health, especially since COVID and lockdowns. So do you, somebody who's no longer young and spring chicken?
How dare you?
And very dare you. But
65 is the new.
What I'm trying to get at is now that the benefit of your years of experience, the sheer decades that you've been alive. Do you have any tips about mental health, keeping good mental health? And we know that walking is very good. I mean, I do it myself. I've got dogs and I walk a lot, and I find that is a great time to reflect and talk. Think about what's going on. With your day and stuff. Have you got any other?
Well, I think I've said I don't get wound up about things you can do nothing about whatsoever.
Yeah.
I just think, just let it go. Just let it go. Let it go. You don't need, you don't need that stress of someone else's problem.
I'm very similar to you.
Yeah. Just think, just let the world go.
Oh, okay. And
put on some quite classical music. Don't have to go sort of too crazy. Just relax. And I do think get out more.
Get out more. Yeah, definitely. All these,
don't be frightened to, volunteering, we both volunteer in different ways. And I think that is something that's really, really good for mental health.
Volunteering is very good.
Yeah.
You're giving something back.
You're giving something back. And it's almost like giving a present rather than receiving it. You feel better for giving a present
than receiving.
And I feel that volunteering is like giving a present.
Yeah.
And that makes you feel good inside.
What are you proudest of in your life in terms of, obviously you've got a lovely family.
Can I not say my lovely family?
You've got a lovely wife and children, all your children.
Can I not? You're taken away. I mean, what else? I mean, I don't know. It's just, it's hard to know really. I think my volunteering work, I think I've helped in hockey. I've been a school governor, all that sort of stuff. I've done, helped in scouts of schools. So all that side of it as well.
Yeah.
Hundreds
of hours a year. To people, other people. People don't realise that when you're a volunteer, do they? Just how much.
My wife was saying that I was working at one point, working more for Scouts than she was working for the NHS.
I think we've both given
so much time. It was unbelievable.
For the listeners,
all behind the scenes as well, which no one actually saw all this that's going on.
I know. For the listeners, both Martyn and myself have been volunteers in our scouting group for quite a while. Martyn's done a lot of the the Group Scout leader stuff and so on. But we both were sold a lie at the beginning when it's only an hour a week.
Just come along and help.
It's only an hour a week. Yeah. Don't fall for the
out
trap.
Of that, some great friends. And,
we have,
you know,
yes.
Yeah, so
we have made some really good friends. For over 20 years now, isn't it?
Yes,
yeah, 20 years now. So is there something about you that people would be surprised to know that you're willing to share?
In my funny, you mentioned it earlier on. Actually, something. There's a couple of things. I used to be a Leeds supporter in my youth.
Leeds supporter.
I, like you, was taken in by the top of the league team.
Yeah,
and I remember with the cup final when Leeds were in it, and I was pacing out in the garden at half time because they were down.
You're listening on radio.
Yeah. And I was a black and white TV, and had to go back in and not say to her parents that and I was supporting Leeds in any way whatsoever.
Oh, you mean that your parents?
It's a secret. No, a closet Leeds supporter.
You were a closet Leeds supporter.
Yeah.
Wow.
But for a few years, I don't know, and then it disappeared, and I finally found my senses, obviously, and turned round to the proper club,
and joined the dark side of West Ham.
Yeah. So it's just, it must have been the 70s, wasn't it?
The 70s. That was their heyday. Do you? I don't know if you do. Do you have a life motto?
I do, actually. I do.
Is it clean?
When I gave my first pint of blood, they tested what it was, and it was I'm B positive.
You're B positive.
So I kept that. And they gave me this little key ring fob thing, with B positive on it. So that's always been my motto for life.
That's great. That's really good. B positive.
Yeah,
that's also my blood type. Yeah.
I do think be positive. It's good to look on the positive side of life. It really is, and to just try and see the other person's point of view.
Yeah,
I think as well. It's easy just to jump in and think, oh well, why are they doing it? And they might be doing what they're doing for a reason. You know, have a positive feel on life, and pick the best of people rather than the worst.
That's really good. So try and look at it from somebody else's point of view. You know, why are they doing this? Yeah. Okay. Moving on from that, then, this podcast is about health and wellness and what makes people happy. What makes you happy?
Oh, well, being around friends.
Yeah. And Jane, if you're listening, it's the family. It's the family makes it.
I cast Jane as my obviously my best friend.
Yeah.
And the family.
Jane is Martyn's wife.
But being around friends and family, that makes me happy. But being outdoors, makes me happy. And just listening, I love walking along. When Jane and I say walking along somewhere, and you just hear the skylark or something like that, and a sunny day, and just walking along, and you just think, this is perfect, absolutely perfect. That's happiness to me.
It's funny, isn't it?
Get into a pub and it's open. That's happiness. That's happiness too.
It's an added bonus. Come for a walk. There's an open pub. Oh, I think I've been quite fortunate to have been many places in the world. There's something special, I think, about England and walking in the forest or along a coast. I have a great affinity with the sea myself, but I think that like you said, walking in the forest, listening to the birds in the morning.
I love the season. I remember we were doing this walk called the 1066 Way, and it just sort of skirted along, sort of top of Hastings and Battle and all that other thing. It's lovely. Jane saw it in the Times. We booked the hotels the next week and did it. And when we were booking it, it was grotty,
Yeah.
It was early spring, and then the next week we sort of got the train down, and then we were straight on the park and walking along, and the weather just turned from being horrendous to just being lovely. And we got to this lovely little idyllic pub. We sat in the garden, and we just I think we ordered some. I don't know why we ordered some cheese or something. This massive great plate of cheese turned up with all the crackers and everything like that. We were just sitting there, just thinking, this is just idyllic. We've gone from being grotty and horrible weather to being lovely, and everyone was happy. Everyone, the sun brought out happiness in
people. Yes. Typical bloody English weather, if you ask me. Okay. Could you possibly live without a phone in this day and age?
When you say phone, does that mean
A mobile phone?
computer as well?
Yeah,
or
no, just like
the phone.
Just the phone.
Oh, yeah. I think probably half my life has been without a phone.
Yeah,
probably miss it to start with.
yes.
But
that instant ability to look something up. Or...
See, and I think that's not good.
Yeah,
because your brain doesn't work. Has to work hard to actually say, what was that? What is it? Think.
What
was it?
Stuff.
Yeah. What was the opening line of that track? What was who sung that? All those sorts of things. And when you can just go dunk, 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 done. Well, for me, it's actually dunk, 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 dunk. It takes about 10 minutes. But yeah,
I do.
But I could, yeah. Without, I'd come as you do from, the phone was in the hall and, just a ring and miss it. Had no idea if you missed it.
It had a dial on it, didn't it?
Dial, yeah.
And the earpiece was connected to a big piece of rope, but
and that was it. You sit in the hall and chat away, and
those are the days.
And the phone's ringing. Who's going to get it?
And everybody could hear you.
It's for you. It's for you. Not for me. Yeah, that's right.
Everyone could hear what you were saying.
Yeah. Yes.
Because I've asked young people, that I've interviewed before, if they could. The concept is so alien of not being able to have a phone. There's this literal panic if they can't find the phone. It's just like. But most people our sort of age are sort of
Yeah. We've been places where there's just no signal whatsoever in this country. No signal.
My house.
And I was going to the front of the house.
I've got no signal in my house. Yeah.
But and you spend the night without phones or anything, and actually it's the kids that are panicking. So
exactly.
My youngest, I couldn't get in touch with you. I said, look, we said that there might be times when
there's no,
there is, we can't.
No signal.
Yeah.
Weird stuff.
Looking at where's my dad on their app or something like that. I haven't got it.
Where's my dad? That's a new app.
Yeah.
Now that you've retired and you're enjoying life and you're quite happy where you are and so on, is there any advice you would have given your younger self? Is there something you would have changed or you would have said to your younger self?
I think be more confident as a youngster.
Yeah.
Be more, out there and if you have an idea or a dream, follow it more. If you make a mistake, people, but you're trying hard, people understand.
Yeah.
So I think more confidence is the thing that I think that,
so when you were younger, you feel that
I was far less confident than I am now. Yeah. That's that introvert side down there.
I find that hard to believe, Martyn. Okay, let's go on to, we're talking about health, mental health, and we'll go on to physical health. So you obviously do the walking and with the dogs and with the slows and so on. And your table tennis and everything like that. What's your diet like? How's your diet? Do you think you've got a good diet, or is it shocking? Or is it because you do cook? Don't you?
If you were to look, they do this thing in the trolley in the supermarket.
Yeah.
Like see what it is. If they had to look at my trolley, there's loads and loads of veg in there. Loads of veg.
Excellent.
There's fish in there.
Yeah, very good. Yeah,
bit of meat. And there's a few beers or something, wine or something like that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not for me. No. That's my wife's. No, it's not. Actually, no, that is. That's mine. So I do have, in terms of eating, a very good diet. I cook Jane cooks everything because she does. But we cook everything from scratch. Lots of veg. I do like a bit of bacon at the weekends. That's about it.
Donuts, cake.
No, not really. Nothing like that. My two things, I suppose, the beer, and portion sizes would be my things. My two things, I think that was to.
So we're talking the portion sizes are bigger.
Yeah, they're bigger than they should be. That way.
Okay.
Yeah. Tonight's dinner was I had the fish and new potatoes and vegetables. That was so I'm very,
very just huge. No, I'm not saying you're huge. I go, well,
you can't go for people.
So, have you got a favourite snack? Let's say, do you snack? I mean,
I have. There's a few things.
People like crisps and people like.
Well, whole nut. Cadbury's whole nut is my
Cadbury's whole nut chocolate. Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
my go-to, I think, from the fridge, and Walker's fries for some reason.
Walker's fries? I've not heard of that.
You not heard of those?
No.
They say they're only 90 odd calories on the front, so they must be good. But I do like fried. They're just they're just a wafer thin, just a potato snack.
Oh, okay, right. That's your snack, is it? Yeah,
that's my snack of choice.
Excellent.
Yes.
Have you got any advice for the listeners about achieving happiness? Now, we have said about letting things go, haven't we? Don't sweat the small stuff and things like that. Is there anything else you'd say to people, put on a personal level? For example, for you talked about you would have been more confident and go for something or anything like that. Is there anything you'd add to that to say to people about how you could become more happy? If somebody's, say, going through a bit of a hard time or a bit, maybe finding things difficult, finding a silver lining is a bit harder than usual.
I just think never be afraid to ask for help from people.
Yeah.
Just there's you realise, just looking at, there's so many people that are happy to help.
Yeah.
And they're out there, and all you need to do is just get out there and ask. And one thing leads to another, and then you have lots of people around you that all really like you.
Yeah.
So it's
I do find
it's hard for the person. I know when they're perhaps down, but
because in England we're not known for being, for asking for help.
We're not good. It's the last thing we do, isn't it? It really is.
Absolutely.
No, listen. I mean, I don't believe in this stiff upper lip business anymore.
No. Yeah.
It's there is something about it. The country has changed from the 40s completely where it is. So we don't have that, but the generation surely must be different where they're happy. They ask for help. I'm sure they're younger. Yes. I'm sure it's more.
I think help is more accessible than it used to be. So, for example, if somebody's, we've got things like Samaritans and suicide hotlines and so on and so forth, which in our day, perhaps as younger men, wasn't so. You were expected to be a man.
You bottled stuff up, didn't you? I mean. Mental health in our day, almost didn't exist. Just slap around the face. Exactly. was the cure, wasn't it? Yeah. Pull yourself together.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was not whereas, and now there's far more out there. It's far more. People talk far more about mental health issues, and maybe too far the other way. I don't know. But it'll find a right level of what there is.
I mean, you're talking about your walking group, the Slows. Putting the world to rights. I guess that's also a sort of a community, a social thing.
Yes, people are happy to talk about anything. They are just
even if you don't want to hear it.
Yeah, that's right. Luckily, most of them are deaf.
Okay. Right. On a completely different tangent, do you believe in ghosts or the paranormal?
Blimey, there's a different tangent.
Yeah.
Where's this one come from?
I just like to, I'm fascinated by people's.
Okay, so I think when I was younger,
I
did. I think we had the old Ouija board business going on, and is there anyone out there? And no, and think, hang on,
you tried the Ouija?
Oh yeah. I think no. How could we not be anyone out there when they've said no? We'll pop off the table, and that's because everyone's sort of all pushing it at the same time, pretending not to. Awesome. But then I suppose there was programs and things you feel that there must be something out there. But now looking back, I think. Is there really? Is there? Anyone there seem to be ghosts and stuff, for stately homes and stuff, where they've got the big old rough round them and they're wandering around with their head. And I think, well, surely all hospitals would be haunted with all these people. Or care homes, where they're wandering around with a Zimmer frame and looking for their false teeth and their remote control or something. It's just.
I mean, you'd wonder why aren't there any more modern-looking ghosts? They're all
that's right.
From way back when.
So, I think it comes from a point of view as well as you get older. You think, is there something afterwards?
Yeah.
And
what do you reckon?
Well, I think no. I have to say
that's it. Yep.
And I think that's where the grip comes from.
Personally.
I think we're there, and why us and why not the ant that's crawling along the side of me here or something like that. I just don't see that.
You don't see any ant ghosts, do you?
No, that's right. Perhaps ants do. I don't know. Don't go there. Don't go in that little hole. It's just it's
what
scary.
about life outside of Earth? Aliens and stuff like that. What do you reckon? Do you reckon there are aliens and they're just avoiding us?
I believe they are. I believe there are. Well, not they're avoiding us, but I do believe that. I just think mathematically there's life. I mean, it could well be another Martyn and Simon stuck away in another planet far, far away that have the same amount of technology that we have. They're sitting here having a chat, thinking, "Do you think there's people?" And when we were growing up, spacecraft looked like Jetsons, didn't it? It was just like with a bubble on the top, and that was it. And then Star Wars came along, and suddenly people were seeing great big spaceships in the sky and everything. Yeah. And it's all a
I know.
bit of a thing. And so I believe there's stuff out there.
Yeah.
But whether they've
evolved,
reached that same as where we've got to know. So I just think there has to be life on other.
Yeah. I mean, if you look
somewhere.
At planet Earth, we're probably quite in its infancy, aren't we? Really? That sort of thing.
Oh. Yeah. So,
all right. So we're talking about ghosts, life after death and stuff like that. How would you like to be remembered? Like, for example, would you be buried, cremated, or something more spectacular, or you're not?
Not really. I'd just be cremated. I wouldn't I quite like the idea of having a tree, sort of planted or something like that.
You can do that now, can't you?
Yeah. Or around here, perhaps a waste bin.
A waste bin, yeah.
Just led by Martyn Jones. At least it'd be more useful. Donated by Martyn Jones or something like that. In memory of Martyn Jones.
Yeah.
So put it on the edge of the forest there, and people can put their poo bags in it or something. It'll be because I do sort of go at the grippers and clean up bits in the forest every now and then. I look around where we are, and it's probably dedicated. I think we've got enough seats.
Are you sure?
Maybe
give some. We've got enough benches around the forest with dead people's names on it.
Well, not in the forest, but certainly. I don't fancy the idea of sort of going out on a boat over Strawberry Pond or something and burning.
You don't want a Viking burial on Strawberry Pond. Come on.
It's stuck on the island or something.
All right, so we're coming towards the end of the interview. Thanks. So, could you describe your perfect day? What would be your perfect day?
Obviously, a day with family or something going around, or just going out somewhere. But with all my things, it's about
be selfish,
being peaceful. It's about being peaceful, I think. So it would be a really nice stretch of, say, the Southwest Coast Path or something like that, where they've just got the rolling hills in front of me. I know that there's going to be an inn just 7 miles away or something. There's a few clouds in the sky, lovely summer's day, and, hearing all the birds. I'm just walking along to that, and then walking along again to a nice sunset
beer at the end,
and a nice, and I just think that and the peacefulness and the scenery and everything. I think that would be my.
Do you find in our modern world that there's too much noise?
Definitely. It's very hard, I think, to stop and listen and find, there's no sound whatsoever of anything mechanical. Yeah. And I often do it. I just stop and I just listen and see, even if it's a tractor in a field or there's a car, or a motorbike revving up in, sort of a couple of miles away, or a plane going over. There's always something. It's really hard. But when you get it, it's lovely.
Yes, that pure silence of no modern technology around. Yeah, okay, great. And last question: do you think there's a difference between being happy and being content, or are they sort of go hand in hand?
I think content is more sort of longevity. So I think you need to be happy.
Yeah.
For a while to be contented. So, so you can be happy for a day or an hour. Yeah. But I think contentment goes over a longer period of time.
Yeah.
So if you're happy a lot, then you're contented.
Yeah. Sometimes I think, I'm quite content, but I'm content with my lot in life. I've, reached a point where I could do other things and stuff like that, but I'm quite happy where I am, that sort of thing.
I agree like that. I agree. Yeah. And I agree. I'm the same. Yeah. I can just, just not striving for more, just, do you know what? Yeah. It was like the bucket list thing. I just, if I have a bucket list, then
Yeah.
I'm striving to have to
Exactly. Yeah.
complete it. Whereas
And you haven't
if I
ticked
don't
something
have
off, you're
one,
thinking,
yeah,
Yeah.
then I'll just
Oh,
whatever comes
I know
along.
what you mean.
Whatever comes along.
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. I really
It's
appreciate
been a pleasure.
your
It's
time.
been really
Yeah.
nice chatting to you,
Yeah.
Simon. Yeah.
Good. And do you want to give a shout out to friends and family or anybody like that may listen in the future?
Oh, let's give out a shout to friends and family.
Okay.
Obviously to Jane, my wonderful wife.
Yeah.
Amy, Sam, and Lucy.
Yeah.
And all the other Amy, Sam, and Lucy. And Fletch the dog, and then all my friends. Just everyone. I didn't want to say that, but I've said it now.
Everyone who knows me.
Yeah. Simon, it's just thank you ever so much.
British Library, here we go. All right, cheers.
Cheers. Take care.
Okay, that wraps up the show for today. Thanks for your time and for listening. As always, I'd appreciate it if you could like, follow and subscribe to my show, This Upbeat Life, so I know I'm on the right track. And even better, leave a review and share it with your friends. Now here on This Upbeat Life, you can share your thoughts, you can ask questions and be part of our growing community. And if you've got a story for far out stuff, or you just want to get in touch with your health and wellness stories and ideas, then email me at thisupbeatlife@gmail.com and I'll read it out on the next show. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram as This Upbeat Life and on Blue Sky as Simon JJ Green. And until next time, remember, happiness is the best medicine.